Hi, this is Andre, and thanks for checking out Synthesity. Synthesity is integrating the wisdoms of history based on fact and truth into present culture. The roots being synthesis, history, and Sophie, as in philosophy. Sophie, the Greek root meaning wisdom, knowledge. Today we'll be touching upon a major theme here at Synthesity, addressing the polarized political climate in the USA, which is discussed in Chapter 15, Thesis 1, which we'll be talking about today. So let's think about, as earlier mentioned, cognitive and confirmation bias, argumentative theory, the tribal instinct, and the warrior ethos. After 100 million years of mammalian evolution, cognitive bias became prominent in Australopithecus about 4 million years ago. Homo habilis then evolved one step further using confirmation bias and started to function as a tribe. Homo erectus, upon leaving Africa 2 million years ago and settling over all of Eurasia, did so with argumentative theory and the tribe as the basic unit of survival. And 70,000 years ago, Homo sapiens, with the newly developed warrior ethos on top of the tribal instinct, left Africa and conquered the world. As mentioned earlier, at this point in time, we are a very polarized nation, which is the result of the advent of the 24/7 news cycle, social media, and the digital age. We have information at our fingertips. Such massive amounts of information make it very easy and almost necessary to apply a confirmation bias. This confirmation bias is an evolutionary genetic human trait, which began with the hardwired cognitive bias neurologically developed in the brains of our ancient ancestors. Now we have a neuroreality based on our hardwired cognitive biases, which we now project with confirmation bias that resulted in the argumentative state of mind, which is stoked by our tribal instinct and warrior ethos, which is now present in our society as evidenced by the polarization of our nation. Are we using confirmation bias when choosing what sources we get our political information from? Are we using argumentative theory when talking about politics? Is that why political arguments can get so intense? And with that tribal and warrior ethos, can sometimes lead to violence? Is this why we have a politically polarized society? The answer to all these questions could very well be yes. So what can we do about it? The answer lies in Thesis 1. Maybe if we become aware of our evolutionarily selected cognitive biases that resulted in our confirmation biases, which led to the argumentative state of mind and is fired up by our tribal and warrior ethos, all of which have caused our political polarization, we can rein these genetically selected and neurologically expressed human traits that have evolved over millions of years. Perhaps we could take a step back, try and detach ourselves from this genetic predisposition, understand where we come from, and try and be a bit more rational rather than emotional in our political positions and discussions. Seek truth rather than argument. Listen, and reduce the amount of polarization and anger present in our society. Can we as citizens overcome this predisposition and lead our democratic republic as the founders intended? Recall what Ben Franklin said after exiting the Constitutional Convention when asked what sort of government the delegates had created? His answer was, "We've given you a republic. Can you keep it?" With Synthesity, The answer is yes, we can.